Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Everyone wants to be stronger, not just physically, but in every part of life. But between confusing workout advice, complicated equipment, and trying to figure out nutrition, where does anyone even start? Well, to get stronger mentally and physically, go to Anytime Fitness. You'll get a personalized training, nutrition, and recovery plan, all customized to your body, your strength level, and your goals. You'll get expert coaching to optimize your results, anytime, anywhere, in the gym, and on the Anytime Fitness app. And you'll get anytime access to 5,500 gyms worldwide, all with the right equipment to level up your strength gains and your life. So get started at AnytimeFitness.com. That's AnytimeFitness.com.
AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And oh, by the way, it's hump day.
It's hump day.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Well, it's Wednesday. It's not Thanksgiving yet.
Hump day.
If you're working today, I'm sorry.
It's hump day.
If you're working tomorrow, I'm really sorry.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
But fear not.
Hump day.
While I will be sitting and dining at a Thanksgiving table,
it's hump day.
I will be on Kiffin Watch. Kiffin Watch. It's all good news.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
10-second delays are normal in radio.
Hump day.
Todd Peterson.
Ted Peterson.
Do you hate me right now?
No. I hate you.
A little bit.
No, I don't
You
hate
mad
you.
at me?
It's hump day.
A little frustrated with me?
No. Do you want me to be?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You just looked a little distressed because I
Hump day.
called for Kiffin Watch. Kiffin Watch. There we go.
Hump day.
I'll be on Kiffin Watch tomorrow
It's hump day.
and Friday
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
and Saturday
It's hump day.
and every day until we know what he's going to do.
Hump day.
Russ Mitchell in 10 minutes.
It's hump day.
Oh, Russ is going to call, not on video today. He's driving.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
He's driving for the holiday, I think.
Hump day.
I don't know where.
Okay, then. Well,
He said he's driving. I mean, he sent me a
It's
text.
hump day.
And then he said, for week 14, why don't we bet each game and see who does better?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Why would I want to do that?
and how are you going to, bet what? Like money?
I don't know. I think he's saying like let's pick. I think he's saying like let's pick the games against the spread. Who does that? Like
It's
that's
hump
not why
day.
you're here, Russ. You're not here to pick the games against the spread.
He still has to collect on his last bet.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
And that was just straight up LSU and Vanderbilt.
Hump day.
Ooh, we get to go to Supper Club.
It's hump day.
He's got to come to Baton Rouge first.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right, let's keep going. Speaking of, so obviously, given we're all locked into Kiffin Watch. Friday's going to be a massive day. The Egg Bowl will be at 11 a.m. in Starkville. I'll maintain as an LSU fan, if you want Lane Kiffin, you're cheering for Mississippi State. You want Ole Miss to lose that game, put their playoff hopes on life support. That's the surest way for Kiffin to be gone from Ole Miss on Friday night, Saturday morning, whatever. The complicating factor becomes they make the playoff and, he wants to stay. As we've talked about plenty. Like, he wants to coach his team through the college football playoff. And Ole Miss is not going to let him do that. So they're not going to fire him, but he doesn't want to leave. And LSU's willing to wait. So it's like Spider-Man meme. They're pointing at each other. Like, nobody's really trying to act here. Nobody's pushing anybody to a decision. We have this up. Marler did this up at LouisianaSports.net earlier today. Went through the odds for all the SEC teams based on results this weekend to make the college football playoff. So currently, Ole Miss's odds to make the CFP currently are 87%. If they beat Mississippi State, it goes up to 99%. Like, they beat Mississippi State, they're 11-1, they're in. But if Ole Miss loses to Mississippi State, their odds plummet to 41%. And then there's this. So the self-important dorks in the hotel ballroom in suburban Dallas debating things like defensive efficiency and game control put out their latest fake rankings, and they moved Ole Miss down a spot because of all this Lane Kiffin stuff. Well, some dork named Hunter Yurachek had the honor of going on television to explain this decision, which really just makes him the king of the losers. And this is what he said about the Kiffin saga factoring in.
We didn't have any discussion about Ole Miss and their coach. That was all about Oregon and their performance against USC. Their strength of schedule continues to climb. They've been dominant on the offense and defensive side of the ball, really good in special teams. And the committee had been waiting for them to have a signature win to really put them where we thought they deserved to be.
So the other big question is, would Lane Kiffin leaving impact Ole Miss? Because we know they can consider players or coaches that would affect the outcomes that are no longer there.
It is in the protocol, but I'm not sure we will have a data point to use that as part of the protocol.
What do you mean by that? That you won't have a data, meaning that you don't know what's going to happen with the coaching situation, or you will not have seen the team play without the coach?
Correct.
Which is correct? The latter?
We will not have seen the team play without. Yes, we would not have seen the team play without a coach.
God, I boycotted those rankings years ago. Have not. I can honestly tell you, hand on a stack of Bibles, have not watched that stupid ranking show in probably 5 years, or listen to anything these dorks say, and that's a big reason why. I mean, Reese Davis is trying to ask a simple question to some dork who doesn't even know what he's talking about. But the point being, that last point about the data point, that's their out to eliminate Ole Miss. That's it. Kiffin leaves. They'll say, we don't know what you look like without Lane Kiffin. So you're out if they lose. So it's boil it down. LSU fans, you want Lane Kiffin? The surest fire way to make sure he's gone, have them lose to Mississippi State. But I'm going to tell you, they lose to Mississippi. This is also one of the reasons what that guy just said. the self-important blowhard, one of the reasons a lot of people around Ole Miss wanted Lane Kiffin gone this week, they did not want him coaching this game, was this reason exactly. So that the committee would have a data point of Ole Miss with Joe Judge coaching them as their interim, so they could see if they beat Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl, they could say, see, we went on the road with an interim coach, beat our rival, put us in, give us a home game. Because right now for Ole Miss, it's a several-pronged answer. It's, are you getting in? And then also, are you going to be ranked high enough if you're in to get a home game? Because Ole Miss keeps touting this economic survey. I've heard everybody over there say it. It's like $50, $70, $80 million, something like that economic impact they're projecting of a home playoff game in Oxford, which they're saying would be the biggest sporting event in the history of the state of Mississippi. So they want the home game. And this is shaping up to be the thing that prevents them from getting that, potentially. As much as I don't care about Ole Miss, if they have six, I want them to fail. I do feel badly for their players. I mean, you work really hard. You get to this point where you've had this great season, and on the precipice of the playoff and playing your rival, your coach is going to leave and really just unravel your season. It stinks for them. I do feel bad for those young people. Hey, we're brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, door, siding. They do shutters too. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Energy efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank, vinyl siding, shutters too. Maybe as you move toward the holidays, this is the gift you're going to give to yourself, for your family. Replace those windows. As you get to the point where we're at the end of the year, it's going to be getting colder. You want to make sure that you keep your warm air in, the cool air out. It's going to be getting down in the 40s tonight, a low of 45 tonight. Tomorrow, the low is 40. You want to make sure that your home's more energy efficient, lower your energy bills, increase your resale value. You want Relief Windows. They're just the best. Windows, doors, siding. They do shutters too. Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Okay, Russ Mitchell next on AFR.
AFR.
And we are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Hey, remember, Black Friday, great deals going on over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts. They're going to have their Black Friday specials going on, which are going to be the biggest sale and biggest savings of the year. So if you want to talk about your GLP-1 weight loss programs, hormone replacement therapy like testosterone or Sermorelin, it's a great time to save over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. As I always say, lowest prices, never any contracts. What they are selling in a lot of instances, these are commodities. You can buy the same thing at a lot of different places. So why go to Goodwood? Well, they're convenient on Drusilla. They offer many different varieties. They have the best prices, never any contracts, and they're awesome people. YourGoodwood.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit YourGoodwood.com. Russ Mitchell.
Kicking the tires and lighting the fires.
Russ!
Literally.
Well, I'm proud of Russ. I think Russ deserves it.
It's football!
Rusty, come on up here.
Absolutely, I thought that was going to happen because it's state. It's supposed to happen.
You know, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you man to man, Russ.
How are things out there at DBU?
I want you to stay here and take care of things, Russ.
The only way you can point up is up.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room.
It's like Troy.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Put your foot on his throat and choke him out.
Take it, Russ.
1 week to go in the regular season. Should prove to be eventful. Russ Mitchell's here. How are you?
Kicking tires, lighting fires, baby.
How excited are you for this weekend of football after last week's absolute abomination?
10 legit games after what is historically the worst weekend of football.
I know.
Every year after year. It's just so embarrassing as a sport. We're the best sport. I even think we're better than the NFL, and then we throw that crap up every year. It's like the most important part of the season. It's just pathetic.
I mean, Georgia against Charlotte, Alabama against Eastern Illinois, Texas A&M against Samford. Like that's Auburn against Mercer. That it doesn't matter what weekend of the season it falls, Russ. That's always an abomination.
Like LSU versus Western Kentucky.
Yes. Oh. At least they're a G6, and you're not playing FCS schools out here. I mean, you look. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see. I never want to see Power 4 G6 games. I want to see only Power 4 across the board. That's what I've always stumped for.
Yeah, I know. You and me both. Can we say that Western Kentucky had the best weekend in the SEC?
No,
because they're not. Well, then you'd have to give it to Vandy because I know it was Kentucky, but that was really impressive what they did to the Wildcats.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, what scenario would unfold for Vanderbilt? I know we talked about this a bit last week. For Vanderbilt to get in
to the playoffs.
Yeah, they have to beat They have to beat Tennessee. But what else do you think would have to happen?
I think that you'd have to see. I mean, I think OU gets the 4th spot. So you'd have to see, and I think Bama's ahead of Vandy, so they've got to see either Oregon, Texas Tech, or Ole Miss have to lose. But even if even if they lose, which by the way, they're not really playing the toughest of competition. Oregon plays Washington, Texas Tech plays West Virginia, Ole Miss plays State. And Bama's ahead of them, so then Bama would get that spot. They really need Notre Dame to lose to Stanford, and one of those other spots, because as I said, Bama will get that if it jumps up. So, and I don't think Notre Dame. You could spot Stanford 50 points, and I think Notre Dame's winning that game.
You're also a Heisman voter. We haven't talked at all yet, but there's a lot. Diego Pavia's mom was doing the Heisman pose. That clip went viral and all that stuff. What do you think about him as a Heisman contender?
Dude, first of all, when your mom's doing the Heisman pose, that's new. I've not seen that yet.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
That's new.
Mom in the stands doing the Heisman pose.
I mean, Grandma doing the Heisman pose is probably one notch higher.
Hanging out with Theo Vaughn, probably having a few toddies.
I think that was impressive. Look, Pavia just had such a spectacular game against Kentucky. 500 passing yards, set the single game passing records. Granted, it's at Vandy, but nevertheless, 5 touchdowns, 6 total. But he threw for 85% in the game, too. Kentucky's not that bad. They're not good, but they're not that bad. That was impressive what Pavia did. I think, I really, it's such a close match. You realize last year was one of the closest years ever. Genty was really close, but to Hunter. But I think this year is going to be really close as well.
Who else do you think would be in the running?
Well, I mean, you're looking at both quarterbacks out of the Big Ten. Although, go look at Ohio State's schedule this year. It's atrocious. Really, really a bad schedule. I find it difficult to consider giving the Heisman to either of those two quarterbacks. It's wide open right now. There's a number of names you could put in there. You could put in Love from Notre Dame. I think he is the best running back in the country. And have you seen that every 5 years? Did you see that stat about the Heisman?
Mm-mm.
It's a weird stat that every 5 years the Heisman goes to a running back.
Okay.
So 25, 2020, 2015, 2010. So who knows? Maybe it's Love.
Well, I mean, if you're going to fault Sayin for the Ohio State schedule, then the same has to be true for Julian Love at Notre Dame, because those are two just brutal schedules. You're right. I mean, look, Ohio State played Texas at the beginning of the season, which now we know certainly the number one team in the country. The only other ranked teams are Illinois, and then this weekend against Michigan. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, I'm with you, but same for Notre Dame.
Kind of hard to call them the number one team in America.
Yeah, they'll get tested. We'll see how it all plays out. Anything else from this past weekend in the SEC that caught your eye? I mean, it was just a miserable weekend.
Oh, Tennessee played well on the road against a bad Florida team. They finally snapped that, first win in the swamp since 2003. I think that the other thing, if you're not sold yet on the Oklahoma run defense, Hardy came in there with Bo playing quarterback for Missouri after putting up 300 yards on the ground the week before against State. Hardy rolled into Norman and only got 57 yards on, I think, something like 17 touches.
Yeah.
So, that was impressive. I thought he would do better, but OU stomped him.
Yeah, it turns out when they play legitimate defenses, he's just kind of okay. All right, I want to make sure we have plenty of time in the next segment to get to all the games. There's 10 games. So let me just get the Kiffin, Ole Miss, Mississippi State stuff out of the way right now. As it pertains to the Lane Kiffin saga, which apparently is nearing an end, or we all hope is nearing an end, thoughts as of now on Wednesday?
Well, I've actually been following you, which I think a lot of national guys are following you because
they're smart.
Everybody's saying the same thing. The only thing that I'll go back to is what we talked about last week, which is if you go to the two things, I would reiterate them. The first thing is there's a lot of chaos in college football right now with all the NIL talk. That's all going to settle, just like it always does. Anytime there's chaos, it's eventually it settles. It might take 3 or 5 or 6 years, but it'll settle. And when it does, the programs that always have an advantage because they've got bigger stadiums and more fans and more talent, the programs that always have an advantage will continue to have that advantage. And that's not Ole Miss. And to be honest, it's really not Florida. LSU's in that group. And the second thing is, you win championships at a place like Florida, there's already coaches, a hero before you. You win championships at Alabama, they'd say that's what we expect. You win 2 or 3 championships at LSU and you're a god. So if you're looking about setting a legacy, I heard you talking about what he said at his father's funeral on Monday. Mm-hmm. I think that was spot on. Yeah. If you're looking at the legacy that you can pass down as a successful coach at a place like LSU and the number of people you can reach, it is incrementally, exponentially greater for a 50-year-old man in Baton Rouge than in Gainesville or Ole Miss, and I would argue even Tuscaloosa right now.
How do you think that game goes Friday morning?
I know it's a distracted program and a distracted coach and a distracted state, but Ole Miss is much better than State. So I expect Ole Miss to win that game.
Okay. 7.5-point line. I don't know. There's a lot of people associated with Ole Miss that are really skittish about that one, just given everything that's transpired.
Yeah, there were a lot of Georgia people, including some coaches, who were skittish about the Mississippi State game before they rolled into there and opened up a can on them. So
I don't know. That was a layup cover on that one.
Hey, do you want to? Let's pick the games against the spread next segment, and we'll see who does better.
I thought you don't bet on children. Like you don't wait.
I'm betting on children this week.
It's just not worth doing. But okay.
So
okay. We'll pick the games against the spread. That's what we'll do. All right. Okay. We'll break it. We'll come back and we'll Russ and I will pick the game. A noted sports handicapper, Russ Mitchell, and I will we'll pick the games against the spread. We come back. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Darren James and Associates, brokered by LPT Realty, agent225.com, agent225.com. Check them out online. Go to the website. Remember, if you're thinking about selling your home, the first thing you have to know is, well, how much is your home worth, right? Well, Darren can help you with that. He's going to sit down with you. He's got his guaranteed sale program. You're going to agree to a price and a deadline. And if Darren doesn't sell your home at that price by that deadline, he'll have your home bought with cash or he'll sell it for free. Yeah. And if you want to start by finding out how much your home is worth, Darren lets you do that on his website for free. It's agent225.com, agent225.com. There's a little tab that says home value. It's the bottom right of the homepage, or if you're on mobile, just scroll, you'll see it. Home value. Type in your address. Boom. In seconds, exactly what your home is worth using local market data. Agent225.com.
Think real estate. Think Darren James.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, Russ is with us. 10 games involving SEC teams, rivalry weekend. We'll pick them here as we go. All right, we just talked about Ole Miss and Mississippi State, the Egg Bowl. Do you want to give a thumbnail preview of that one?
Hey, really quickly, my daughter wants to say something to you.
All right, let me hear it. Hey, Claire.
Go Tigers!
Let's go. See, that's called raising them right.
Well, the first thing she actually learned how to say was Boo Gators.
Boo Gators. I didn't know what we were going to get. I didn't know if we're getting Go Tigers or Boo Gators. And actually, both are appropriate today, as a matter of fact.
They are.
Okay, Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
Ole Miss, State's going to want to make this ugly. They're going to want to turn it into a chaos game, which there's been many Egg Bowls that have turned into chaos. But, I don't think Kiffin's going to allow that. Both teams are average in sacks and tackles for loss, actually, from the defensive side. I don't think State is going to be able to do that. So I like Ole Miss.
So
I like Ole Miss minus, 7.5?
7.5. I will gladly take Mississippi State in the points.
Nice.
Georgia Tech. By the way, this is at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yep. Georgia still has a shot at the SEC championship. They're not playing an SEC game this weekend, obviously, but a big opportunity for them for seeding.
I think you saw in the Texas game, right? They were able to hold Texas to 2 out of 12 on third down. A lot of that's because Texas can't run the ball well. Obviously, the Yellow Jackets can run the ball. If the defense stays disciplined, if Tech can't find seams with misdirection or screens, then I like Georgia. I think they are a disciplined defense, particularly here in November. I'd give the 13.5 and take the Bulldogs.
Same. Georgia's going to roll all over them. A&M is in Austin on the 40 acres. So A&M, when they're in the SEC championship game for the first time ever, Texas needs a win and a lot of help if they want to still keep their faint heartbeat of a college football playoff alive. But they could play a little bit of spoiler here against the Aggies. What do you think?
Yeah, I know Texas would love to play spoiler, but you are what your record says you are, and the Aggies right now are only allowing SEC opponents to convert 20% of the time on third down. I mean, it's shocking. The next Texas allows teams to convert 40% of the time. That's the delta between how good Texas A&M's defense is playing. Meanwhile, Texas's rushing offense, we talked about that against Georgia. Their rushing offense is near the bottom of the SEC. I don't care where the game is played. A&M will make them one-dimensional, and I like the Aggies.
Yeah, line's 1.5. A&M, their Texas's offensive line stinks, and A&M's defensive line's really good. I agree. All right, Kentucky is at Louisville, and the Cardinals are a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah, Louisville's going to attack vertically. And we saw what happened last week to Kentucky on the road playing against Pavia. I don't think Louisville's got that kind of quarterback, but I still expect them to be able to attack vertically and do well on play action. I like Louisville. I'd give the point.
So you're going to lay 3.5 there?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I rivalry game, the hook kind of scares me. I'd probably take Kentucky and the 3 just because of the hook. There's value there going over the key number of 3. Clemson and South Carolina. This one's in Columbia.
Do you think the Gamecocks defensive front will be able to put pressure and contain Clemson's quarterback in Williams-Brice?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't care about this game at all.
Clemson's won 3 straight. They looked okay. They actually protect their quarterback reasonably well. I like Clemson. They're getting 3.5, right? Here you go.
Correct.
So I'll take Clemson.
I think South Carolina wins and covers. I think Clemson stinks, but so does South Carolina.
The exact opposite of what you just said about the hook in a rivalry game.
Yeah, I know, but I think South Carolina is going to win by more than that. I don't think it comes into play.
Oh, fine.
Vanderbilt against Tennessee. Here you go, 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about matchups. I don't think this is a good matchup for Tennessee. We talked about Tennessee's pass defense. We've talked about it all year, right? It's actually gotten better as the season's gone along. In November, they're actually ranked 7th in the SEC. But I think that has more to do with the fact that they played a wounded Sooners quarterback, New Mexico State, and the Lagways. So, yeah.
The Lagways.
I don't have a lot of faith. Diago Pavia, he's on fire right now. Vandy can torch teams when it gets its split zone and tempo going. And that plays right into what Tennessee's going to want to do. They're going to want to put pressure from the edge to protect a weak secondary. And I think that Pavia is going to run that split zone like a pro, and he'll eat up Tennessee. How many points?
3.5. That you get the hook over the key number of 3.
Yeah, no, I like Vandy in this.
Yeah, half a point there. Getting the hook in the rivalry game. I got to take that.
Yep, I agree.
I just missed it because I just contradicted myself again. I just did it on 3 straight picks. Anyway.
I know. I'm trying not to embarrass you on your own show.
No, I'm doing it on purpose. No, I like Vanderbilt too. Missouri, Arkansas, Mizzou laying 2.5 at home. No, I'm sorry. That's in Fayetteville.
It's in Arkansas. Yeah. I protect the quarterback. If Missouri can protect their quarterback, I expect Arkansas to make mistakes, and Missouri's got the better coach, so I like the Tigers.
Yeah, same. Missouri can run the football too, and Arkansas is just miserable. So I'll take Mizzou. I'll lay the 2.5. And by the way, the game always it's weird because that game means more to Mizzou. Like the stupid Golden Boot thing means more to Arkansas. They resent the Missouri thing, and Missouri cares a lot about that. And I agree. I like Missouri. Florida State, Florida.
Yeah, this is hard, man. I mean, if you look at Florida's season narrative, they can win at home, they can score in the red zone, but they give up big chunks on defense. Well, Florida State is top 10 in the nation in big plays. 10, 20, 30, 40, top 10 in all those categories. So the problem is they're terrible, Florida State, stopping opponents in the red zone. So I think Florida will score when they get there. So they're at home. So I'll say they're at home, and since they're at home, I'll give them – they weren't last week when Tennessee won, but I'll give them the nod. And I think – is Florida giving points in this game?
They are. Florida's laying 1.5.
Oh, terrible.
Florida State's terrible, too.
I'm going to take Florida, give 1.5, and they're going to win by 1.
Florida State needs a win for bowl eligibility, so they do have a little motivation there. But I agree with you. Florida's a terrible team, and it looks like they've quit. But they are at home, rivalry game. I'll take Florida. I'll lay the 1.5. And then Iron Bowl, Bama at Auburn, 6.5 is the number.
Yeah, I think at this point we know who's going to play quarterback, right? So it's going to be Daniels, not Knight, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything today?
Nothing that I've seen different. I think they're the reason that they sat Daniels last week was to preserve the red shirt, but he's going to play this week.
Yeah, and by the way, Knight is not Cam. Cam is bigger than Jamarcus Russell when he played at Auburn. Cam is bigger than me. I had to look up to that guy. He's ridiculously big. Knight's not that big. But I don't think Bama's going to be able to run the ball in Jordan-Hare. I think that Auburn's going to get some shots offensively, but I think it'll be Daniels playing, and he's terrible. So I like Alabama.
Oh, you're taking Bama?
I'll give the 6. I'd take Bama, give the 6.5.
Oh, I'm picking Auburn. I think Auburn might even win that game. You're going to give me 6.5 at home at Jordan-Hare in a rivalry game? Bama's not that good.
Mark the tape, Moose.
People keep respecting the logo, but that's a team that is not good on either line of scrimmage, and Auburn's defensive front is really good, and they're going to make it miserable for Bama to try to move the ball. That place is going to be hell on earth at night at Jordan-Hare.
And Ashton Daniels is terrible.
That's fine, and I actually don't agree with you, and so is Bama's defense. So we'll agree to disagree. We'll see. Give me points. You give me points at home in a rivalry game, I'll take it. Okay. And then LSU and Oklahoma.
Do you think your offensive line is going to be able to buy time?
No.
No. Then,
No. I don't know if LSU's getting a first down in this game.
They're the best scoring and rushing defense in the SEC.
Bro.
You couldn't score on the worst scoring
They
defense.
couldn't score on Western Kentucky, who is ninth in CUSA. What are we talking about?
I've been to this stadium several times. It's not that great, actually.
Okay.
It's not.
I've never been.
It's there's no space. You're like right on the field, and it's a brick wall, which I am not a big fan of. And it's not as loud as it's really not that good of a stadium. I like the ambiance. I like the fans, but from a visiting team, it's not like going into Nashville going into Knoxville or going into the swamp or going into a proper SEC stadium. But I think Oklahoma wins by 700. So
LSU's not going to score. I mean, this is going to be heinous. Oklahoma, big.
Hey, can I say something really quickly?
Yeah, of course.
So every year, this week, you and I, we take 2 seconds just to say that, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to you, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Everybody there. And, if you've ever gone hungry, you know how hard that is. And I guarantee there are people listening to this that don't have a lot of food, and you've got neighbors who don't have a lot of food. I 100% guarantee that. So if you could take just a couple seconds to leave some extra food at a food bank or help out a neighbor or do something like that, I know I'd appreciate it, and I know a lot of other people would too. So that we got hungry neighbors, and I just wanted to say that.
Well said. I know you do it every year, and you're right to remind us all of that, because we do give thanks, and we're grateful for all that we do have. And it is important to remember those who maybe don't have and who are struggling at this point. So that's a great point. So, there's a lot of great food banks here in Baton Rouge, the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, St. Vincent de Paul, lots of places, or whatever community you live in, if you can donate to your food bank. So Thanksgiving is a great reminder of a time to do that. So
everybody have a great Thanksgiving and enjoy this weekend. It's a wonderful weekend of football.
Happy Lane's Giving.
Keep your fingers crossed. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. We'll see you. That is Russ Mitchell. We're brought to you by Shaw Bills, Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. They always got great promotions going on at Shaw Bills, which we tell you about all the time. Remember, if you want to get their holiday hours, you can go to the website, ShawBillsTire.com. Go to their Facebook page, Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service on Facebook, all their social media. You can see it there. But listen, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people are going to be getting on the road. Maybe at some point during this holiday, you end up with a little car trouble. You bring it on into Shaw Bills, name brand tires at wholesale prices. And, of course, they treat you like family, which keep you coming back year after year after year after year after year after year, like I do. It's an amazing job how they create so much loyalty because they just treat people right. It's amazing what good customer service can do in an era where it feels sort of like from a bygone era. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills, where we keep you rolling. Okay, y'all, it is After Further Review, and we're glad to have you hanging out with us here on this Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. No show tomorrow, obviously, for Thanksgiving. We're also off on Black Friday, so we were not going to be back here on radio until Monday, which could very well be a very transformative day in the history of LSU football if this weekend goes like many are anticipating it will. But like we've said, the qualifier from the very beginning, while this looked early like this was going to be Florida, things last week when on last Monday Layla Kiffin visited Baton Rouge and all throughout last week, things very clearly shifted to LSU to the point now where everything is pointing to LSU. It's just, can you get it across the finish line after Friday heading into this weekend? So we'll all watch the Egg Bowl on Friday morning at 11 a.m. with great urgency and anticipation. My guess is, of course, if Ole Miss loses that game, it just shoves Kiffin even more quickly to Baton Rouge, and hopefully we do have an answer sometime on Saturday, as Keith Carter said we should in the statement they released last Friday. So we will be. Look, I'll be on my Locked on LSU podcast all throughout the holiday. So if you want to keep up there, you can. And any relevant news, make sure you're following us on all of our social medias at 104.5 ESPN. All right, final break of the show. We'll come back, and Jimmy will be here for Otterlocks. Stick around on AFR.
AFR.
As we head into the Thanksgiving holiday and with so much to give thanks for, maybe you're also starting to look ahead to Christmas and starting some of your Christmas shopping. Well, how about you start Christmas shopping at DuplessisBuilders.net? Matt, you can buy a pool on a website. Yeah, you can. At DuplessisBuilders.net. It's this easy. Look, they can do any type of custom pool you want, no matter how elaborate resort-style pool, they do it all. I mean, they've done... Look at some of the pictures of their work. Gorgeous resort-style pools. Enormous, elaborate work. They can do it all. They have, if you go to the homepage of their website, they have a tab that says Pick Your Pool. You can do this for their outdoor kitchens as well. So pick your pool and pick your outdoor kitchen. Pick your pool, and they have 11 designs. They're already designed. You just click the one you like the best, and then you just go in and pick your finishes, like whatever features you want as your finishes. And then, boom, you can even pay for it right on the website. You want to be swimming come springtime? Start today. DuplessisBuilders.net.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. Lowest prices, never any contracts, and of course Black Friday they'll have their big sale going on. Before we get to Jimmy, just a little bit of breaking news here. Ross Dellinger on Twitter just a bit ago. Brian Kelly has received a formal termination letter from LSU dismissing him without cause. School says it will pay the required buyout, $54 million over 6 years, as long as Kelly meets his obligation to find another job. As Ross says and notes, the letter details Kelly's responsibility to mitigate the buyout. That includes making good faith, reasonable, sustained efforts to obtain employment. Kelly is also expected to maintain reasonable documentation of his job search, including interviews, offers, per the letter. So Brian Kelly fired without cause. That saga is over. And now they move on to their pursuit of Lane Kiffin. All right, Jimmy's here. Otter, how are you?
I'm good, brother.
Oh, wait, sorry. I missed the open. Hit the Otterlocks open. Sorry.
Otterlocks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Hey, I want to ask you, because I saw this earlier, it was interesting. What would the point spread value be on Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin?
Oh, you saying with or without?
Yeah, so if Kiffin didn't coach them, what would the variance be?
So I would say it'd be about 2 points, and Matt, I would put it myself on 4 points.
Okay, I think 4 is the number I saw. Okay.
Because, Vegas is very, very, they're guarded against overreacting. And I'll never forget when Ryan Perrilloux got kicked off the team. It was in the spring or summer, and we went to Bruce Marshall and some other guys in Vegas. And what's the difference? They're like, nothing. Well, I'm like, we know it's a big difference. I mean, but I'm talking about the actual Vegas number is like 2, and we saw that go from 9.5 to 7.5 when they with distractions, or maybe there was a chance he wouldn't coach, but. I would say 2, but I would say it's a bigger impact than that. I think he's at the top of the list as far as his impact on the game, as far as game management and everything else.
You like State in the points tomorrow or Friday?
I took Ole Miss not to make the playoff plus 11-20, so I'm invested.
Oh wow! Okay.
My that is tripled. I can buy out for triple because I thought. There was a chance he might not coach it. They're so much better, but it's a rivalry. It's tough, man. It's tough. Matt, I could give a strong argument for either side. I really don't know.
Okay. All right. What I know there's no football tonight, which is weird, but what are we looking at tonight, or if you got anything for the NFL tomorrow?
39 straight days, Hanny. Come
How about
on.
that?
How much do you need? Huh?
How about that? I need football every day.
Tennessee, the Volunteers, they're really good. My biggest, I hated this guy, Ziegler, for so many years there. They've upgraded considerably at point guard. You know they're going to defend. Kansas is still without their best scorer, who's going to be a top 5 pick, maybe the first pick overall. They've done well without him, but Tennessee minus the points, they look great right now. We're going to take them minus the 6.5 or 7.5, whatever you're looking at right there.
7.5.
Okay, St. John's against Auburn. We're going to go against Auburn again in the Vegas tournament. So 5.5, I think, is roughly the number there.
4.5.
And we're going to ride with Michigan. I'm sorry. Against Michigan this time. We're going Gonzaga. Gonzaga's probably the best team right now. I've always told Charlie this, because their conference
1
is so
minute
weak,
remaining.
This is their emphasis of their attention. They're really sharp right now, much, much sharper than most teams. They're playing like it's mid February right now. We're going with Gonzaga against Michigan. Tomorrow, Detroit, Dallas, and Baltimore. Sorry about that, Joe Burrow.
Okay. Detroit, Dallas, and Baltimore in the 3 NFL games tomorrow. Off tomorrow and Friday?
We're on Friday. Black Friday from
that's right. I'm
Rufino's.
sorry.
So,
That's right. Off tomorrow,
Yeah.
Black Friday at Rufino's, gift cards, all the good stuff over there.
Black Friday egg bowl. Come on by.
Oh, man, I may just do that. We'll see. Go get my
Gobble,
Christmas
gobble,
tree and then
gobble.
come
Thank you,
celebrate Lane's giving. Happy Thanksgiving, Otter. Thank
Yes,
you.
indeed.
All
Good
right.
luck.
We're getting on down the road. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving, man. Everybody's be safe. Take care of each other. Thanks for being part of us every single day. Muse Polly, thanks, y'all. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you back Monday.
After further review,
Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner of LSU Athletics, OLOLRMC.com/LSU. That's OLOLRMC.com/LSU. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU together, we roar when you watch the athletes there, the world-class athletes at LSU. It's amazing to see all the great work that they do, but the Championship Health Partner, those world-class physicians that take care of the LSU athletes on the field. And it's not just me saying it. How about this? The Leapfrog Hospital Safety Grade, Our Lady of the Lake got 6 straight A's in patient safety. It's incredible. You read more about it on their social media. If you search Our Lady of the Lake, you'll see it. But 6 straight A's in patient safety from the Leapfrog group. Giant leaps in patient safety. It matters to them at Our Lady of the Lake.